It's time to take a look at some special events for this coming week. The World of Outlaw Sprint Cars will be at Williams Grove this Thursday and Friday. Another event to keep in mind is the UFO ULMS Challenge races at Pittsburgh, PA Motor Speedway this weekend. The series will do battle in two 22-lap features. I caught up with UFO Series Director Rich Berry at Mercer a few weeks ago for their opener. The Unified Force Race Championship Series, UFO as it is called, is in its third year of existence. What started as a series of events between Challenger and Pittsburgh PA Motor Speedway has grown to 16 events held at 10 tracks. Series Director Rich Berry explains more.
Like I say, it's a working agreement between the tracks. It's not a sanctioning body, quote unquote. It's a working agreement among the tracks. The tracks put on their own shows, and everything kind of works from there.
With so many super late model series to choose from, why would UFO appeal to race fans?
There's a big benefit for the race fans and a big benefit for the race teams. The benefit for the race fans is all of our races are draw for a starting spot. There's no time trials that put the fast cars in the front. All of our races are draw for starting positions in the heat. Everybody races their way in, and we redraw the starting positions for the feature both. So there's a good chance you're going to see a lot of passing, and a lot of races that we have had a lot of passing in them.
The UFO series offers the option of running the 525 crate engine, which costs only $9,000, relatively cheap compared to open engines.
The 525, like I say, is brand new. We've already got a couple teams that race at Pittsburgh regularly that are committing to the 525. They had a race down south a couple weekends ago at 525 won it against a bunch of super lates. So it's not getting any cheaper, so it's a good deal to have that option in for the teams that want to go that route.
Jared Miley has finished second and fourth in UFO points the past 2 seasons. Although he is uncertain of his plans for this season, he would recommend the series to other teams.
It's a really good regional tour for, some of the local racers and stuff. It pays some decent money, up front anyways. And, they've had a pretty good following here the first 2 years. And I like the tracks they race at. And it's just a good little series to run. If you're a local racer looking to get out and travel for, if your first time or whatever, I think it's a good series for that. Because you won't get a ton of huge names to run it, but there is a lot of good regional competition and stuff like that, and it pays a little bit better than regular shows, so it's definitely a stepping stone type series.
For tracks and teams, the UFO formula is very simple.
It's a working agreement for the track, it's a working agreement for the race teams. There's no membership fees, there's no entry fees for the races. It's a good deal for both of them involved.
But like everything else in racing, it takes money to put on a show and distribute point funds.
Yeah, the racetracks each pay a certain fee that goes toward the point fund, which goes to the drivers. We have Hoosier Tire, Mid-Atlantic come on board, American Racer, Elias Tire, and Townsend Gas and Oil. They've really stepped up to help us, and we definitely appreciate it. Okay, I've been teasing you about this special Mother's Day event. While you know the phrase, just when you thought you'd seen it all, well, this fits into that category. It is certainly something different.
This adrenaline rush, I think. I just love it. I don't know. It's just a challenge, like I said.
Sherry Kittner isn't talking about flipping burgers at the concession stand at Susquehanna Speedway Park, where she works each Saturday. She is one of the competitors in the Women on Wheels minivan series. That's her in the black 20S. So, on to the highlights, or something like that. Danielle Anderson in the 37X is on the pole position. Sherry starts second. Immediately, Sherry tears off, leaving her competitors in the dust. Amy Kreider in the orange 19 does a nice crossover move. There's some wild action behind Sherry as they complete the first lap. Brittany Snyder in the white van is trying to create her own racing groove. She's not done yet. Here she makes contact with Danielle. I think she got a flat tire. Danielle tries to figure out just where to go. First to the inside, and then to the outside. There's really not much more to report. Sherry ran away with the victory. I guess she gave herself an early Mother's Day present. Again, I hope all of the mothers got to enjoy their special day. That will wrap things up for this week. Thank you for joining us. And keep in mind, if you want to contribute to the growth of our sport, quite simply support those who support racing. See you here next week.
Pit Pass has been brought to you by Jake's Karts and by Buttonwood Campground. This has been a production of WHVL Sports.